Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's Bars and Barbells. This is Samantha, the great, the finest reactor that you've ever met on the planet. Samantha, also known as Barbells.
Phil's just hyping me up to the moon right now.
I'm Bars.
It's Philip.
Phil. Wow, Phil up. Did you hear that? Not just Phil, it's Phil up. All right. So we've got Alice in Chains. This was a request, but also we've been getting into a little bit of the grunge scene.
Yeah, the 90s grunge vibe.
They call it the Seattle grunge scene. I guess a lot of these bands came from Seattle, right? But I don't think Nirvana came from Seattle. I think they were Washington or something like that. I can't remember when I was trying to, do the Smells Like Teen Spirit track. I came across a few things.
Yeah,
but
some general information about them.
Yeah, because as we've gone through this journey, we know not to go into some of these reactions too blind. We like to be a first-time reaction, but it doesn't really
know where they come from, what their reputation kind of is, stuff like that.
Yeah, and so we're not like, why did they do that? Why did they do that? And we kind of have a vibe for the song that we're listening to.
Yes.
Anyway, so this will be the first time we're listening to Alice in Chains, which is a part of this grouping. And I've heard the name Alice in Chains before. I've never heard them, but I do remember hearing people discuss them.
Okay, I don't at all.
I remember it's the same thing as like Soundgarden. I heard people say the name, never heard them.
Well, this is from that same time period, right? The 90s.
Yeah,
so
Nirvana, I heard a couple of songs from them, so it's probably just, was in the topic of conversation for these groups. As I mentioned earlier, they're all kind of in the same time period, where you mentioned in the same time period, all from the same area as what I mentioned.
Yeah, in that era, I was listening to Spice Girls, so...
All right, then. I don't think this is Alice in Chains is going to be Spice Girls.
Definitely not.
But we're not up to date on a lot of the stuff we've been listening to on the channel. There's a few hip hop tracks that we did earlier on, but everything in the past 6 months, it's been broadening our music horizon. So
it's been so fun.
Yeah, we're gonna do that again today with Alice in Chains. As usual, we really appreciate all the comments, guys. Leave them so that we can learn about Alice in Chains, what your favorites are, what you like about this song in particular, and where you would like to go next. We do try to answer as many comments as possible, but there's a lot, and it's great, but it's hard to get to them all. And we do try to keep up with the requests, but the list is literally like 100 songs at this point, so it's hard to do them all.
Keep them coming, but eventually we're hoping we can get them all back.
Yeah, exactly. We plan to keep doing this for a little while, so it's been a lot of fun, so we don't plan on stopping anytime soon. We still encourage that, but most importantly, educate us, because that's what we appreciate. We appreciate learning about everything. All right, enough with us rambling. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. run it back. Don't worry, guys. That build up, I got to run it back a little bit. But I'm really enjoying this. I'm liking this song. It's pretty sick. It's it's funny, that bass line, I don't know why, but it just reminds me of the movie Blade. Like,
Really?
there's these scenes where like he's walking into these nightclubs and stuff, and they have this like bass line come in.
Yeah.
And it just reminds me of that. It's cool because it's that, I wouldn't say it fits in with like Blade necessarily, but that grunge vibe,
Yeah.
it's kind of applicable in that sense.
Yeah, for sure.
But I love the bass line at that. It sounds great. I like how they sit in the electric guitar in there too. It's not like very prominent, but it just sits over top of the bass really nicely, the way they kind of blend it.
Yeah.
His vocals unique.
Well, they have the two vocals in there, right? Which I
Yeah.
thought was cool.
Yeah, and they, it's kind of like, it's a subtle, like almost mellow feel, but then it's
Yeah.
got this energy to it. And
Yeah, but I feel like a bunch of the grunge ones
Yes.
that we've been doing are like that. Actually, like, it's not what I like when I pictured grunge in my head. That's not the vibe that I would have anticipated. Like, I actually really like it.
yeah, it's similar to I think we said something similar in It Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Yes.
That it kind of like draws you in and lulls you a bit, and
Yeah.
with this rhythm and the melody,
And
and
more
then
of like that
and then-
raw but still smooth kind of vocal.
yeah, and then it's like boom, and then
Yeah.
it's like you get a little jump of energy again,
Yeah.
right? So it's a cool composition as a whole because it's not one way throughout the entire song, but it keeps that rhythm throughout it. So
Yeah. I even felt like the Creep one that we did as well with Radiohead.
Mm-hmm.
They had like more of that like more mellow kind of vocal as well. in
yeah,
that.
so with this one, I mean, I'm like I said, I'm really enjoying this one. I
Yeah.
think this one might be one of my favorites that we've done in the grunge
Yeah, me too.
stuff that I haven't heard so far. But it's very unique. It's cool. It's just cool to see this transition of rock styles as we've gone through,
like
And-
especially through the generations or through the decades.
yeah, and this, like I said, it's just sits in its own lane, and I like it. It always has this nostalgic feel to it when I hear
Yeah.
some of this grunge stuff. I don't know why it makes me feel that way,
Yeah.
but it does, like, bring this.
Bring back to the 90s.
Yeah, but it's not even like that time period. It's just like this feeling of, I don't know how to explain it. Like time slowing down. It's very hard to put my finger on it, but it just gives me this nostalgic feeling all the time. I have never heard this song, right? So I shouldn't be having any feeling
Yeah.
of nostalgia.
Maybe it's
But-
just like the vibe overall.
That's what I mean. That's what
Yeah.
it is. Yeah. So are you liking it? That's
Yeah,
fine.
I am liking it a lot actually. Like I said, it's not like before we started getting into this genre, like I didn't really know what grunge was, but like this is not what I had envisioned. So I actually like it a lot. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like
I'm
it. but
telling
I
you,
do.
it's just the word grunge that
Yeah,
throws
like
you
it
off.
almost the word grunge almost sounds like dirty and like I don't know. Like to me, I was like, what are people just like playing with like their garbage cans in their garage?
Yes,
You know
that's
what I
good
mean?
grunge.
Well, that's what I was thinking, but no, I really like
It's
it. good.
preconceived notions of everything, but it is.
Yeah.
I know the word grunge. It's like, well, when you think grungy, when you describe somebody
Exactly,
as grungy, right?
But
But
think of somebody who like hasn't showered in a week, so
yeah. So you're saying that grunge doesn't sound the way you perceive
yeah,
grungy.
no, I
would
like it
be?
a lot.
Yeah. All right, let's see the last minute and a half here. Well, that was I. Well, I was gonna say I would because I think he said I would there, but
Yeah.
that was Wood, Alice in Chains. Like I said, I enjoyed it. I think we broke down most of it, midway through there, but I enjoyed it. It seemed like he brought a little more energy in the vocal towards the end, of maybe
Yeah.
built throughout to that outro, and highlighted the vocal a little bit more in that aspect. So I enjoyed it.
Yeah, so did I. I honestly really like his vocal.
Hmm?
I said I honestly really like his vocal.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed our reaction to Alice in Chains Wood. If you did, hit the like button for us. Leave us a comment, like I said in the beginning of the video. Make sure you subscribe. Come back tomorrow. Check out our next video, and we'll be back soon.
Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.